Rich married men are allowed to cheat. A young woman in a new relationship finds out her lover's true intentions. Will she leave him or will she stay? Find out in today's episode of Coach Ben's Case by Case.
I have been seeing a new man for nearly 3 months. I recently lost 80 pounds in the last 15 months or so. I can humbly say I am a good-looking woman, and since the weight has shed, I have received attention like I never have before. This man is extremely attractive. He is 6'5", dark, and very handsome. He is also extremely successful for his age. He is a homeowner and multi-business owner. He wouldn't have bat an eye at me a year and a half ago. I've never been with someone like him, and he has swept me off my feet. He is traditional in the sense that he believes men and women have roles. He believes the man should be the provider, and he wants his wife to be a stay-at-home mom pretty much. My mind is so messed up. I don't even know how to put this situation into words. He has told me that he wants a very feminine and submissive partner. He tells me that a woman's past is very important because he doesn't want her name to taint his.
All right, so two young people, she's 24, he's 27, in a very short-term relationship so far. I have been seeing a new man for nearly 3 months. It's a very short time. I recently lost 80 pounds. Congratulations. In the last 15 months or so. That's quite an accomplishment. I can humbly say I am a good-looking woman, so she has self-confidence. Sounds good so far. And since the weight has shed, I have received attention like I have never before. Okay, so she's getting a lot of attention. She must be really eager to get to it. This man is extremely attractive. He is 6'5", dark, and very handsome. He is also extremely successful for his age. He is a homeowner, multi-business owner as well. He wouldn't have bat an eye at me a year and a half ago. Okay. Well, yeah, that is pretty successful already for his age, 27. Yes, I agree with that. I've never been with someone like him, and he has swept me off my feet. He is traditional in the sense that he believes men and women have roles. Okay, many people do. He believes the man should be the provider. That's okay. That's okay. Pretty traditional, yes. And he wants his wife to be a stay-at-home mom pretty much. My mind is so messed up, I don't even know how to put this situation into words. He has told me that he wants a very feminine and submissive partner. Well, both the man and the woman should always be submissive. Both of you guys. It's not really a feminine role. In fact, the more in touch a man is with his feminine side, being submissive to his partner, the better. You can't. All that macho stuff goes out the window for the losers out there who don't want to feel with their heart, think more about their woman that they're with. A lot of empathy, a lot of compassion, a lot of passion. So, unfortunately, the more macho you are, the more heartless you are. It doesn't make you look cooler or smarter. It just means you don't love your partner as much as you say you do. So, yeah, both of them should be submissive. He tells me that a woman's past is very important because he doesn't want her name to taint his. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. So let's go ahead and proceed with the case because so far, I don't see anything wrong. Sounds pretty good, right? Tall man, handsome. She just lost all that weight. She's looking to find somebody special, hopefully. Let's see how it goes. Let's go ahead and proceed. Pretty decent introduction so far, I'd say.
He told me if we're together, he's allowed to go to the club with his boys, but I'm not allowed with my girls. He told me one time that he could tell me he's slept with 300 girls and I'd still want him. But if I told him I've been with 30 men, he wouldn't see me again. Wow. Typing this up, it's pretty clear that he just hates women. He is also absolutely certain that he will be a multimillionaire, which I do not doubt. He is extremely intelligent. He believes that once he's made it and he owns the mansion, the luxury cars, and his wife has a big rock on her finger, and she's the mother of his children, and she's completely taken care of and has everything she's ever wanted, He should be free to sleep with other women, and that I must stay loyal to him. He said it's probably a deal breaker for him. His future wife needs to be okay with that. He wants to be able to have sex with Instagram model girls.
All right. Looks like we're diving straight into what this case is going to be all about. He told me if we're together, he's allowed to go out to the club with his boys, but I'm not allowed with my girls. Oh, great. Huge red flag. There's a controlling, manipulative partner right there. That's horrible. That he can tell you what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do, and he's the one who calls us shots. That's not traditional. And just because that has happened in the past and still happens today doesn't mean it's right. These people don't deserve to be called men already. I can tell this guy is no real man, wanting to already control and tell you what you're allowed and not allowed to do. This isn't school. He's not your professor. He's not your dad. You guys are in a working relationship. It's supposed to work 50-50. Both of you decide what's allowed and what's not allowed. End of story. Let's go ahead and proceed. He told me one time that he could tell me he slept with 300 girls and I'd still want him. Wow. All right, so this guy's absolute garbage so far. I could just end the case right here. It's just probably going to get worse, most likely. Absolute garbage, talking like that. But if I told him I've been with 30 men, he wouldn't see me again. So he can sleep with 10 times whoever, and you sleep with... No. It doesn't even matter what the numbers are. This guy is all about control. He's an abuser. He's going to be abusive towards you, just to have you as a trophy wife, if anything. So congratulations for losing all that weight. This is what you want to do? After so much hard work, you want to end up with a garbage male like this? A toxic male? I hope not. Let's see how this proceeds. Wow, typing this up, it's pretty clear that he just hates women. You think? He doesn't have any respect for you talking like that. He is also absolutely certain that he will be a multimillionaire. Well, let's find out if that's going to be true, which I do not doubt. Well, you say that now. Anything can happen. The guy is very arrogant. He might be confident, but he's arrogant. And the way he's speaking already, he's going to be a very abusive husband. And you're just going to be on the side, a possession to him. Nothing more. He is extremely intelligent. I beg to differ. He believes that once he's made it, and he owns the mansion, the luxury cars, none of this matters. My goodness. And his wife has a big rock on her finger, of course a diamond, and she's the mother of his children. Oh, I definitely hope not. Don't have children with this piece of garbage. Please don't. And she's completely taken care of. That doesn't matter either. And has everything she's ever wanted. All you should want is love. That's all you need. All you need is love. Whatever happened to that? What, did we lose that? Did we lose all that? That loving feeling? Have we lost that loving feeling? Why does money and materials matter? I mean, because there's Madonna's materialistic world, but you shouldn't be materialistic. Okay? I mean, if you can afford it, fine, but love comes first. He's literally telling you that he can sleep with whoever. Let's go and see just how much worse this case is going to get. Because it can only get worse from this point onward. Seriously. He should be free to sleep with... Here we go. Here it goes. The worst part of this case, most likely. He should be free to sleep with other women, and that I must stay loyal to him. So he doesn't have to be loyal to you, but you have to be loyal to him. What is he, like a king? Because that's the stuff of kings and queens in the past, and those were abusive relationships. The king can have 1,000 or 1,000,000 concubines. You know how insulting that is to the queen? And to you in this relationship, if you can even call it that after 3 months being together. So what? He can have his concubines, but you can't, obviously. So it's not even a relationship. That all that means is that you're nothing to him. You're not worth anything. We'll talk about that later. He said it's probably a deal breaker for him. Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. His future wife needs to be okay with that. That's not a wife. That's just another female that he uses. Because any female that agrees to this is just as much of a loser as he is. Because you're falling for the game. And you know what you're getting involved in. But you know what? Toxic females, they have to learn the hard way. But we'll go over that later too. He wants to be able to have sex with Instagram model girls. Wow. And you call him intelligent, extremely intelligent. This is what's wrong with the majority of males and females out there. They focus so much on money, fame, and the illusion of, wow, he's so handsome. Wow, she's so hot. They lose their minds completely over these toxic people. And they themselves end up becoming toxic because they accept such garbage deals. And then they cry victim, many of them, when things go south. What did you expect was going to happen? I hope the good looks and the sex and the money and the materials were all worth it, because you're going to be the one wasting your precious time in your life. Go ahead and enjoy it while it lasts. But that's not love. That's not a husband. That's not a wife. So many toxic people think this way on both sides. You know, I cover everything on Coach Ben's Case by Case and in this channel altogether. I cover both toxic males and toxic females. I try to keep it as 50-50 as possible. But yet, whenever I cover toxic males, well, the males might get upset. And then when I cover toxic females, the males might still get upset. So there's just as many toxic males out there as there are toxic females, is what I'm saying. Because they aren't intelligent enough to get it, to understand just how dangerous this is, getting involved with toxic people like this. And then they cry victim later and say, all women are like that, all men are like that, which is 100% false. If you claim to be a good man or a good woman, guess what? You're not the only one. There are many good men and women out there. This should be a no-brainer. The problem is either you don't know how to find one, and that's where I can come into the picture. That's why I wrote my own book and created my own video course for those who don't like reading. Yes, either listen to me or listen to other people who are telling you, yes, you can find a good man or woman out there. Obviously, the majority of my viewers are men, so I'm going to say, yes, you can find a great woman out there. They're not going to be waving their arms out in front of you, though. They're not going to go to the clubs. They're not going to seek the rich people, right? They're not going to expect things from you. And the same on the other side. This man literally wants to use this woman who has accomplished such a great feat of losing all that weight. And for what? Let's go ahead and proceed, because Instagram model girls, seriously? He could have said porn stars for all I care. It's garbage. Pure garbage. Let's go ahead and proceed. Unbelievable so far, to say the least.
He can pull them, definitely. He is absolutely beautiful. I do not look like those girls. I am pretty and thin. He said he would never wife an Instagram model girl, but he would have sex with them. He says that it will mean nothing, and that if he's emotionally involved, then it's considered cheating. He said he wouldn't see the same woman twice. He says men are able to have sex with many women, no strings attached, but that women always have emotions involved when it comes to sexual partners. He says all men think this way, but they just can't say it. Not many men are able to provide for an entire household and give a woman everything they've ever wanted and be free from working. He says it's a reward. If a man needs their partner to also work so they can pay the bills, then that man shouldn't have the right to sleep with other women.
You know, you can't learn anything from toxic people. Toxic males, toxic females. You can't learn anything but 100 reasons why you should stay as far away as possible from them. That's the only thing you can learn from them. They're going to claim to be intelligent and know everything about men and women, which is all false. They're doing nothing but just talking and talking hot air. That doesn't even make any sense. He can pull them, definitely. It doesn't matter. If he can attract Instagram models, if he had 1,000 women already in his life, it doesn't matter. That just means 1,000 failed relationships. We'll talk about that later. He is absolutely beautiful. Wow, just falling for the illusion. That's how you fall for the trap. Why do you think, when they're kidnapping children, for example, hey, want some candy? Want this little puppy? It's all an illusion of beauty, right? All to get you to fall for their trap. That's all it is. How can you people not realize that? I mean, maybe they're just too innocent or gullible, but that's their problem. And then they fall for these toxic relationships. Then they cry and say, all men are like this. No, they're not. I do not look like those girls. I am pretty and thin. You see, she has self-confidence, but how can she be so gullible? Not much upstairs. She needs to really work on that. Just because you could be the fittest woman or the fittest man in the world, but that does not mean that you're smart or intelligent, because there is a difference. He said he would never wife an Instagram model girl, but he's going to wife you? This guy's really twisted, I'll tell you. But he would have sex with them, of course, because you're worthless to him. You're just a trophy wife. And I don't understand why he's going to choose you when he thinks Instagram models are so hot. I bet he doesn't think the same thing for you, because he's probably saying, no, you're just going to be my stay-at-home wife that does everything for me. And meanwhile, I get to have fun, but you don't get to have fun. I mean, this is like a wannabe king illusion. It's ridiculous. I don't even support the, royalty. I don't, because it's so corrupt how the king can have all these concubines and the women, the queen should just sit there and take it. All that humiliation, and public humiliation at that. Not much of a queen, if you ask me, in a cheating relationship. I don't care if he's the queen and you're the queen. If you're the queen and he's the king, it doesn't matter. And in here, he gets to cheat and you have to endure all that. And, see, what happens is innocent women like these who are so gullible for the illusion of, oh, he's just so beautiful. He can pull Instagram models. And then they come out of a broken relationship hating all the men, and they join the feminist extremists and then smash the repeat button to millions more. So guys out there, it's not that all women are bad. It's just that there's a lot of bad ones these days because they're not learning. There are fantastic women out there, beautiful in every sense of the word, mentally, emotionally, honorable women out there. But like I said before, are you going to find a diamond in the rough, a rose in the desert? No. It's going to be extremely challenging, especially these days. Get over it. Find a way. That's where your intelligence is involved. Find a way. I can help you out with the right mindset, but you're going to have to do the rest. You're going to have to do the legwork. I'll get your mind straight if you want. He says that it will mean nothing. Of course, that means you don't mean anything. So he has sex with all these Instagram models. What is sex with you? Even less than nothing, if that's even possible. And that if he's emotionally involved, then it's considered cheating. Wow! Seriously, and you call him extremely intelligent. It's just like a guy sleeping with another guy and saying, well, I just did this to him, so I'm not gay. No, you're gay. You slept with him, right? And this is cheating. The fact that he's sleeping with other women out there, I don't know if I can call them women, but let's say other gullible women out there, just as gullible as you appear to be. And he says, oh, it's not cheating because I'm not emotionally involved. Yes, you are. Sex is highly emotional. It doesn't even matter if it's sex just for the sake of having sex, like a physical experience. You feel good, don't you? It's an emotional experience. What are you talking about? This guy is not even intelligent, not even in at all. Not intelligent at all. And I'll just leave it at that because I can say so much more about this piece of garbage. Then it's considered cheating. He said he would see the same women twice. He said he wouldn't see the same women twice, but he's going to see new women in the future. It doesn't make sense. That doesn't count for anything whether or not you see the same women that you've already slept with. Once again, you mean absolutely nothing. You're just an asset to him, staying at home and taking care of being a housewife. That's absolutely sad. He says men are able to have sex with many women, no strings attached. There's a huge string attached. It's called the private part in another private part. That's quite a big string we're talking about. The connection, body to body. What do you mean strings? Oh, but you're not anything else to me. I'm just going to use you for sex. What do you think he's using you for? To be the housewife and for sex if he wants. So strings, there's strings everywhere. We're not puppets for crying out loud, but you're definitely going to be his puppet. And he's going to be moving your strings. How about all those attached strings that you're willing to attach to yourself? I mean, after 3 months being with this guy, it looks like you still lack self-confidence. That's what it really is, because 3 months being with this handsome guy, and he's going to be rich one day. He's probably doing well financially, as you stated. And you're too scared to try to find somebody better than that. You think that money and good looks is everything. That's what your problem is. Yes, you should be physically attracted to your partner, which hopefully not this guy. But you lack the self-confidence to find somebody else attractive to you, that you find attractive, but who doesn't have all these toxic red flags popping up left and right. That's what you lack. And that's going to be your fate, your dark fate, unfortunately. Unhappiness, possibly forever, because you're going to get burned so hard. I can't imagine what this guy's going to treat you like. But that women always have emotions involved when it comes to sexual partners. Wow, so he's heartless, is what he's telling you. He sees sex as emotionless. Oh, I don't get emotionally attached. It's not emotional for me, so it doesn't count. Are you serious? Garbage. Absolutely. And then what's funny is when a toxic female talks like this, all the toxic males come out and they say, oh, she's garbage. But when a toxic male talks like this, all of a sudden society's like, yeah, but he's a guy. It's okay. Yeah, we understand these things. That's what the problem is. We live in a highly toxic world that accepts this type of behavior and all these disgusting things that this guy is saying. Just because he's a guy, he's okay because he's a guy. He can say this. But the girls can't say this, right? The women can't talk like this because they're viewed as a blank, 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 right? No, it works both ways. A cheater is a cheater. That you can't make up rules like this that are so beyond ridiculous and call yourself extremely intelligent. He says all men think this way. Oh, no, absolutely not. I do not think that way, not even one bit. And we'll talk about that at the very end. But they just can't say it. Not many men. Oh, so he's an expert on all men all of a sudden. I wouldn't even call myself an expert of all men, knowing what all men want. All men want different things. I'm a relationship coach. I'm well aware of that. But this guy's going to come out and say, oh no, all the men think this way. There's the false illusion. There's a false teacher. He's trying to teach you about men. Really? Seriously? So he's some type of psychic. He can read people's minds, right? Especially men's minds. He's out of control. He's highly toxic. He's going to burn you and so many more. So this is what we're dealing with these days. People who think that this behavior is okay. Highly toxic behavior just because he's a guy. Pathetic. Absolutely sad. But they just can't say it. Not many men are able to provide for an entire household. Doesn't matter. You can be poor and in love. We'll talk about that. And give a woman everything they've ever wanted and be free from working. My goodness. Is that all it's about? That's what it's all about, Manny? That's pretty sad. He says it's a reward. If a man needs their partner to also work so that they can pay the bills, then that man shouldn't have the right to sleep with other women. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's so much to digest right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my, you know what? Let's just proceed with this case because I could say 1,000 words to that. Let's go ahead and see how this concludes. Unbelievable.
But since he's positive he will be successful and be able to take care of me, and I will have his children, and the big diamond ring, and the beautiful home and luxury cars, that I should be okay with him having sex with other women in return. I feel sickened. I look at him like he's everything. I would do anything for this man. He tells me none of this would happen until I am completely taken care of. There's no point in even posting this. I know what you are all going to say. Is he mentally ill? He is so charming. He is so handsome I could throw up. His hands have magic in them. He's like my own personal drug. Nobody has ever made me feel the way he does. I don't want to stop seeing him. Why am I considering being okay with this, even though I know it would break my heart? It's not about the money. I feel like I love this man. I don't care about the cars or the house or the purses or vacations or the diamonds. I don't want to leave him.
You know, both of these two, these two both have no idea what love is. And that's a problem with a lot of toxic people out there. Gullible and toxic people. They have no idea what the word love really means. They think they do, but they have horrible definitions. If I were to ask them, they would just say, oh, you know, two people get with each other and they have some sex and they take care of each other, like, you know, like monetarily, and they just do fun things. Wow, really? That's all you think it is? Nothing more. And then they wonder why they fail in relationships in the future. Oh, no, that's all it is. You know, just spend as much time together as possible. And, oh, yeah, he can sleep around with other women if he wants. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Oh, yeah, we still love each other. What a joke. What an absolute joke. How little many people out there, this is an extreme case, obviously, but many people really seriously have no idea what love really is. And it's a shame, because if they were to listen to successful people such as myself and others, I'm not the only one, who have a solid understanding what love really is and how to achieve it and maintain it for the rest of your life, then our world would start being a better place. Because people would start promoting love over wars and money and fame, all this nonsense, unnecessary attention. Let's go ahead and see what we have here to conclude this case with. But since he's positive, he will be successful and be able to take care of me, and I will have his children. I certainly hope not, once again. And the big diamond ring and the beautiful, there's all the illusions. All the illusions. You're falling for it. And the beautiful home and luxury cars. Oh my goodness. That I should be okay with him having sex with other women in return. In return? So it's a deal. So it's a business transaction. This is just friends with benefits. This is not a loving relationship. Why are you not enough for him? Why are you not enough? Why does he need the money? Why does he need all those Instagram models in the future? Because you're nothing to him. I feel sickened. You should feel sickened. See, why is she saying that? I look at him like he's everything. I would do anything for this man. Oh, wow. And then you wonder why so many relationships fail with there's sick attitudes like these. And then you would say, oh, he's the only toxic one. No, she's just as toxic. She's toxic to herself, to her own future security and happiness. She's toxic due to her ignorance about what love is supposed to be. Maybe she never listened to mom and dad, if she ever had mom and dad, or brothers and sisters or good friends trying to tell her and teach her, or coaches like myself, whoever, somebody, for crying out loud, to teach her what love is. A Disney movie, for all I care. But no, when ignorance is one of the most deadly, toxic things that you can give to yourself and insist on having, not learning anything about anything that you can, that will benefit you in life. Not from a, selfish point of view perspective, but for your own security and protection in the future and happiness, right? I would do anything for this man. He tells me none of this would happen until I am completely taken care of. You mean owned, pretty much. He'll own you like a slave. That's what that means. There's no point in even posting this. I know what you are all going to say. He is mentally ill. Is he mentally ill? Yes, he is mentally ill, and so are you. It takes two. It takes two in this case. This is a highly toxic relationship because of your ignorance as to what love is supposed to be and planning on having possible children with this toxic male. So you're going to put your future kids in jeopardy, because guess what's going to happen to them? And guess all the garbage that this toxic male is going to teach your kids how to be toxic too. And guess what? The cycle of toxicity continues from generation to generation to generation. Ignorance breeding more ignorance. You both are mentally ill. Can you guys heal from this illness? I don't know. Because you probably wouldn't listen to me. Look at what you already said. I know what you all are going to say. Is he mentally ill? If you already know, then why are you asking? Right? He is so charming. That is not charming. He's so manipulative. How about that? And toxic. He is so handsome. Wow. I could throw up. Oh, she says I feel sickened and she could throw up about how handsome this guy is. It's almost like you love to suffer. You've been through all that weight loss and now you're beautiful again. That's what you said. You feel beautiful. You feel pretty. But you love this guy so much. No, see, you're misusing that word. Once again. His hands have magic in them. What is he, Mickey Mouse? He's like my own personal drug. I'm going to keep drugs out of this. Nobody has ever made me feel the way he does. That's the problem. You don't need to be with 100 partners, but yeah. What do you mean feel the way he does? Appreciated to just a little bit? When you deserve $1,000 and he's giving you $1, or you deserve $1, the whole world, and you're getting one little penny of attention, because attention is what you're saying. That's all he's giving you is attention, making you feel important to get what he wants, to get you as his asset. I don't want to stop seeing him. Of course you don't, because you don't know any better. Why am I considering being okay with this? See, she's already doubting herself. It's like she's trying to talk herself into this toxic relationship, knowing that it's toxic. She's like, she's seeking for validation. She wants validation from others to say, yeah, sure, man, everybody goes out with garbage like this. It's okay as long as he's cute and he has money. That's what the toxic females are going to tell you. And the toxic males are going to be like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. Because I'll do the same thing with an innocent woman. That's all it is. Toxic people giving other toxic people advice. And then you wonder why we have the world we have. All right, let's see. Why am I considering being okay with this, even though I know it would break my heart? You already know it's going to break your heart, this toxic relationship, yet you're going to insist? It's not about the money. I feel like I love this man. You have no idea what that word means. I don't care about the cars or the house or the purses or vacations or the diamonds. I don't want to leave him. And you claim to know what the word love is? And yet you're doubting yourself. You're saying, oh, it would break my heart, right? To proceed with this toxic relationship. I feel sickened. I could throw up because of how handsome he is. Seriously? This is so immature. And that's why I said she's just as mentally ill as he is. All right. Let's get ready to conclude this case, shall we? Just like I said before twice already. Unbelievable. Third time's a charm. True love has absolutely nothing to do with fame or fortune. Only highly toxic people are obsessed with money and attention for all the wrong reasons. One partner is all one needs if one is truly in love. For men, all you men out there, your partner, your one partner that you have a great opportunity to become happy with, should feel like being with infinite women. An infinite amount of women. That means that your partner is so powerful in every sense of the word, in every way you can imagine, that you shouldn't even look at another woman out there with lust. You can appreciate other women's beauty and say, wow, she's kind of pretty. But with your woman next to you, seriously, if you're not that in love with your woman to be looking at other women with lust and say, oh man, I'm thinking about, getting in her pants, try to get in that skirt, you're not in love. It's not too late. It just means that you have so much to work on with your partner. If you're fortunate to even have a partner in these days of highly toxic people that exist left and right everywhere you go. So many silent toxic people, you'll find out the hard way. So many loud toxic people, you should find out immediately by what they say, the garbage that they spew. So, once again, if you are fortunate to have somebody in your life to formulate a possible lifelong relationship with, don't blow it. Don't say, well, it's a mediocre relationship. There's nothing I can do. I'm unhappy, so I'm just going to end the relationship here. After everything you fought for your guys' current status of, okay, we're together. We're not really working out. Well, then make it work, right? Peacefully, in a loving way, in a mutual way, both of you agree on, right? Fix the problems. I have so many videos here to help you out. I'm here to help you out. If not me, then somebody else. But fix your domestic issues with your partner. Fix your relationship. Yes, you can. It's not just an Obama quote. It's for real. Yes, you can do it. Now, the more you say, no, I can't, I'm just going to end the relationship, I'm going to get a divorce, I'm going to break up, and I'm just going to go mess around with a bunch of chicks. That's your failure. And then you're going to start saying, well, all the women out there are toxic. No, you're toxic. And you're assuming that everybody else is just as toxic as you are. That's your problem. Not good guys like myself. There are many good guys out here. And they are happily married in happy relationships, such as myself. You can do it as well. I'm not just saying that. Because if I can do it, you can do it. The problem is, if you don't believe that, you're your own worst enemy in that case. You don't want to listen to people like myself who are successful. Why do you think so many people listen to the rich people in order to chase the riches, and they themselves end up having great mentors, and many of them succeed because they listen to the rich people, because they wanted to really get rich. Now, you want a successful relationship, guess what? You got to do something similar, right? You got to listen to the people who are involved in successful relationships and follow their advice. And then you go experiencing life for what it should be. Teaching yourself how to become more wise and really intelligent. Not like this clown case here. This circus of a case where she says he's extremely intelligent. No. That's the misperception of intelligence. That's ignorance. And that's abuse. That's toxic behavior right there. Abusive behavior. So with that, I hope you men out there don't give up hope if you're living all alone. There are beautiful, honorable, loyal women out there. Maybe not locally where you are. Maybe it's so toxic that maybe there's no good chance of finding one there. Well, guess what? You can't be everywhere in the world at once. So that's going to be your Rubik's Cube to solve. Take vacations. Go to another city, another state, another country, another continent. Do what it takes to find that potential someone out there. It's all in your hands. You have the whole world in your hands, as the song says. But if you want to just give up and take the easy route and just complain and say say something super naive and ignorant like all women are toxic, that's your fault. That's your dark fate, because you're making that possible. Anybody can do that. Anybody can quit the game of life and quit life in general and just say, you know what? I give up. That's your fault. And I hope you don't do that, because anybody can do that. Anybody can give up. So if you want my help, I'll be right here. And with that said, hope you guys enjoyed the show. This has been Coach Ben's Case by Case. Much love, everybody.